Intro us. Do it. Intro us a song.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the DMVE podcast. This is episode 2. We're recording this August 2nd. It's already August. That's weird. I'm Cody.
Justin.
And I'm Austin.
I don't like that. You guys. That's weird. How you guys did you guys do that last time?
Yep.
What?
You guys went like, I don't know. It just feels weird to go from one end to the other to the middle. I don't know. Anyways, Austin's Red Mist, by the way, guys. That's his. That's his username.
That's what I was gonna say. That's not how he's supposed to intro himself as Red Mist. We told him to, or else he's fired.
All right, you guys want to reset that, or?
This is part of the podcast, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is in it, bro.
I know.
This is all in it.
But we can
Yeah.
That's not how a podcast works.
Yo, check out my shirt. This is retro DMVE now.
Oh yeah, I have that shirt. IRL, except it's blue.
Yeah. And you can get it too, audience.
Oh my gosh. What an intro. What a segue.
Go buy our shirts and give me money.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
give Cody money because he all knows we don't see it.
I put it towards the fucking movies. Thank you very much.
I know, bro. You act like I care about the $5 we made off those movies.
We recorded, just so the audience knows, we recorded the previous podcast the day before this, and we're doing this podcast the day after that. So like nothing, not much has changed in the world since then. But we just had some free time, so we're gonna get the second episode out of the way.
We're just rapid firing them at you guys.
Yeah, but I was thinking the podcasts probably aren't gonna be out on a specific day each week, but the podcast will probably it'll be like within a week. Like it'll range from 4 to 7 days when it comes out. Whenever we get time to record it, and then whenever I get time to edit it. Is when it'll be out. So I don't even know when the first one we did is going to be out.
Wow. That's quite something.
Yeah. So Justin, you were saying you had got your first paycheck, or you're getting your first paycheck or something.
I didn't want to talk about it.
We're talking about it. Justin
okay, fine.
Paycheck.
I got a paycheck recently, and I feel like I'm just saving up money, so I don't know what to get. But I was thinking either the VR you guys have. But then I looked at it and it's like $300 and I was like, nah.
Well, if you're okay with saying how much is the amount you got?
$300.
Oh, wow.
I work part-time as a math coach, dude, with what, 6 hours a week, maybe some added on stuff there. It's not a strenuous job. It's not a high paying job. I would just say but like, I don't want to spend my entire paycheck on a VR headset,
Yeah, I mean, it's Austin doesn't even have one, so he works most of the time, so he probably won't be able to play with it as much with you per se. But it is more of a single player thing, so I wouldn't worry about that as far as playing with us. But it's neat and all. Like I got my VR headset and I hardly ever use it. Like it's a cool experience. It's like one of those party gimmicks.
Yeah,
that's
I
literally what I was thinking. I was like, he doesn't even go on it that much. Why would I even get it?
I even have the Oculus Rift. That thing used like twice so far. That's about it.
Yeah,
I think we talked about this on last week's podcast where we already mentioned something like that, where me and Austin bought $400 gaming steering wheels, and we used that maybe a handful of times, and I haven't touched it since. Buy one of those.
You know what's funny about that? I went on Bed Spy's website to look up the VR headsets, and the first thing they showed me before the VR headsets, even though I typed in VR headsets, was the $400 fucking gaming wheel.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, but I was looking, and I was like, you know what? I just don't like spending money because nothing really looked like I should spend money on it. Like, because I looked at some computers too, and I was like, well, I can't really get much with what I have, and plus with what I already have a laptop that's decent. I
mean, you could save it just for when games come out.
That's probably what I was thinking of doing.
Or if you need PlayStation Plus, like down the road.
If I need to beg for PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. I would just save it, like hold on to it.
Maybe I'll buy a Yeti microphone too.
If people, but the thing is, like, we're recording the second podcast before the audience has even seen the first one, so I mean, I'm assuming that a good portion of them will react positively and want to watch it, but I know it's not going to be as popular as the movies and all that.
Oh yeah, well, duh. You know, because I'm not much of a podcast guy myself. I mean, I like talking and stuff, but I need something to watch, I feel.
No, well, I mean, a lot of times I usually listen to podcasts like on the way to work and on the way back home sometimes.
Do you drive far for your work?
No, I drive like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You listen to a 15-minute podcast? Okay, Cody, shut up. No, come on. Say what you want to say. Go.
I listen to podcasts only when I'm editing, which it takes a long time. But you listen to podcasts, like, how long is a podcast? Like what Justin was saying, how long is your podcast, like, on your way to work, Austin?
Well, I mean, they're usually like an hour. But I can
listen over the course of...
Yeah, I listen to them like on the way to work, and then I'll listen to them during lunch.
Yeah. I listen to... What podcast do you listen to?
Let's see here. I listen to the Rooster Teeth.
I love the Rooster Teeth podcast. That's the only podcast I listen to. I love... They have so much good business talk, and as far as starting up like a YouTube channel and all this kind of stuff, I got a lot of advice from them.
And then the other one is the Super Mega one. I don't know if you guys have heard of them.
Never.
I've heard of Super Mega. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can see Justin, but I don't think Cody. And then the other... Well, the other one, they have not posted at all since I remember last time you showed me them. What's it called? Friendship is Kind or whatever.
Oh yeah, Friendship is Kind. It's... I don't know if... I talked about it with you guys, but I don't know if the audience, if they would know. I'm sure a lot of them do. Like, there are some Viners when Vine was a thing. Like, they were very popular Viners. Their name is Casey Fry, which it looks like Frey, but it's Casey Fry. He has a lot of the funny videos on Twitter nowadays. What's a video that they might know, Justin? Because I send them to you a lot.
Oh, I know one.
Go ahead, then.
It's the when he starts smacking his lips. He's like, "If I can make you wet."
Oh yeah, that.
Oh my god! Oh god! It's that guy, bro.
Yeah.
No, it was that dude.
Yeah, and then there's I forget his name. No, Nick Coletti.
Nick Coletti.
And then it's Evan Breen. These three Viners, they're all super funny Viners. And they did like 5 episodes of a podcast where they're doing what we're doing now, just sitting down and bullshitting about whatever. And they say some funny shit on there, and they just stopped for whatever reason. And I mean, maybe we will too. I have no idea.
I really want him to post more like that. I loved watching those. Those were really funny.
When I watched that, I think I brought it up to Justin for sure. I don't know if I brought it up to you, Austin. They were talking about this fear or a phobia that one of them had. And I didn't realize, I didn't realize that I had this. Like, I knew what they were talking about, but I didn't realize it was a thing. And basically it's like the fear of, it sounds stupid, but it's like the fear of like large man-made objects underwater.
Oh yeah, I remember them talking about that.
Scared of the Titanic.
Do you get that too, Austin, or is it just, am I just the crazy one here?
Not anymore. When I was younger, I was super afraid of that kind of stuff for some reason. It wasn't like I think about like, ooh, I'm scared. It's like when I start seeing like, a lot of times because I would see like cruise ships or I'll think about it and I'm like, God, that. It's mostly because like the propeller and stuff. I think just really messes with me.
Like if I was like in the water by a huge boat, like I wouldn't be like start screaming. I would just get this like uneasy feeling, like I don't like this. Like it's just super.
I don't like
unnerving. But yeah, that got me. When they said that, I was like, holy shit, it's a real thing. I forget what the hell. Phobias always have weird, stupid names. I forget what it was called.
Like Santa Claustrophobia.
But I'm telling you, I'm not crazy. The fucking people who watch this are going to say the same thing, or they're just going to say I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah, they probably will, like me, bro, because, you know, I seriously, like, I tried to understand it, like, best I could, but it doesn't make no sense. To me, like, it's just like a boat, dude. Like,
wait, where you guys,
you know?
You guys were leaving me.
Bro, we're going down to gamble.
Mm-hmm. because Cody's an addict. We talked about this on the last podcast, but Cody's still addicted to gambling because it's only been a day. So, man doesn't change in a day.
What else? Oh yeah, yesterday after we recorded the podcast, or for last week's podcast, Justin had brought up the weird meme thing where the kid had like a bunch of teeth in his mouth or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And Austin, you had brought up. We stopped talking about it, but you had brought up the fact of how much you were gonna ask us how much we got for our teeth, like how much, like what am I trying to say? How much money we got from the tooth fairy, pretty much when we were younger, for per tooth. How much money did you get, Austin?
I would probably say I want to say at one point at one point they gave me 20. I think it's because it was like all he had.
Wow.
But at the same time, I'm pretty sure $5 would have been.
Tooth Fairy's a he, bro.
Bro. I'm sorry to tell you this, Justin, but
no. You're the Tooth Fairy?
Bro, how'd you know?
Yeah.
How much money did you get, Justin, for your teeth?
I got $1 per tooth, maybe sometimes $5. But
yeah, I would say about that too.
Yeah, it's not that much. I feel like there's some kids out there that get like $20 per tooth, and it's like,
yeah, we're not
knock
that
out all your
fortunate.
teeth.
But then you have to think about there's some kids out there who'd get like maybe like 5 cents.
Yeah, that's true. No, Cody. What is this? The 19? When is those? What year is like the year that was like, oh, everything was 5 cents? What year is that? What would you say? Like,
that's anybody who's like 50 or older says that shit all the time. My coworker. So I work at this place where we make like police light bars and off-road light bars and stuff. And I work in this area in this factory with 2 older gentlemen. And one's
why you say it like that?
I don't know. That's the person that get in my head. But one of them is 57 and the other is 65, I think. And that's all they talk about. Like it's always the same conversations of like, oh, you don't understand. Like when we were younger, it was this way and this way. And I was like, they like, it's just like typical old man talk where they don't understand that the world changes, and they don't accept the new change. Like they don't want it to change, so they just like talk shit about it. Like the same thing with music. Like the older generation always hates the younger generation's music. And like I tried to explain that to my coworker, my 57-year-old coworker, and he was like, "No, this music's just garbage." I was like, "That's exactly what like your parents probably said about the music you liked growing up."
Actually, it's true. A lot of 80s and 90s rock bands and stuff.
Yeah,
they would always say they say it was like anarchy or like what's the word I'm looking for? Like it was making kids like rebel. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why I said anarchy. Leave me alone.
Which that reminds me, I'm watching Stranger Things. I'm on season 2 finally, and like in the first season, there's 2 brothers in there, and there's like a scene where they're listening to The Clash. It's like Should I Stay or Should I Go? That song.
Oh yeah.
They listen to that, and like the parents in there are like the people who like talk about those bands like talk about them like the old people talk about rappers today. Like it's the same idea like that. Yeah. I don't know. It just when you get older, you don't want to accept the change. Like people don't like change. That's all it is. People hate change, and that when there's something new happens, they just talk shit about it because they don't want to adapt.
Yeah, it's like have you ever watched the Fine Roast TM Elders React thing? Like they would always in the music ones, they'd always say like, "Oh, my mom hated this" or something like that. It'd be like Elvis or something, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just how it works.
And I'm sure once we get older and we have kids and they start listening to some other weird music, I'm sure we're gonna be saying the same thing.
It's gonna be that sick alien beat from Area 51. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be those beeps and bops.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that started becoming music.
Oh God, I already hate it. I'm just memeing about it, and I already hate it.
I mean, because look at some of the artworks. like
What artworks?
like modern artworks and stuff. I forgot the name of the artist, but like there's one where he
You
would
get me
put
started on modern art.
4 different colors in a square, and that was considered art.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Honestly, I don't know what Cody thinks about modern art, but I think it's fucking trash.
I like modern art. I think it looks neat.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I mean, like, there's nothing wrong
I had
with
a
it.
feeling
Art's
Cody
art.
would think that, though.
It's just
Doesn't appeal to me, I guess, then.
I mean, if you actually like look at them, it kind of like it's just more of a pleasure. Like you kind of
I'm
like
talking more like the pretentious modern art, where it's like a yellow square on a canvas and that's it.
yeah, things
I'm
like
talking about like that. Or like a sculpture where it's just a bunch of metal like tubes running around. That doesn't get me going.
no, it's just fascinating. Like you just look at it, you're like, oh wow, that's nice.
I think I like it
know.
because it's either super minimalistic, which I like minimalistic designs, or it's super abstract and colorful, and I like both of those things.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Abstract.
Yeah, well, not really that type of guy.
You're just an old shithead, Justin.
Yeah, bro.
You don't want to adapt to the new
Actually,
modern art.
I'm
Isn't
more
Justin older or
improvise,
youngest?
adapt, overcome. I think I am the
He's the-
youngest. I'm the baby.
I think Tommy's the youngest.
Well, out of
Well,
us
oh
three.
yeah, if we're yeah. I think us three. I'm the youngest, right?
You're definitely the
Yeah.
youngest. Yeah.
I think Tommy's a little bit younger than me, though. Yeah, I don't know when his birthday is, though.
His
Sorry.
birthday was June, or no? Yeah, it was in June.
Yeah, he's younger than me.
The reason I remember that's because you guys asked me to come to his birthday party and I worked.
Yeah, rest in
Oh
peace.
yeah.
Were you on a walk with your parents also?
Oh, that's not me.
Are
No
you
one's
sure?
gonna get that joke.
I'm sorry.
I
Maybe
know,
we should
I was
explain
like,
some of our
no one's
fucking
gonna
inside jokes
understand
then.
Explaining inside jokes makes it not funny.
It's bad, yeah, I know. I was just thinking about it. We did some stuff yesterday too, and like that was some of them was inside jokes, and I was like, oh, nobody's gonna get that after I said it. It's just to make us laugh, audience. So just bear with it.
Yeah, like
Justin
Red
doesn't.
Mist.
Justin doesn't give a shit about you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah,
What are
so
they gonna do? Cry?
like for
their
example,
pants,
like
maybe?
earlier you said Red Mist. I mean, as much as I would love to start doing that, maybe I will the next one, but because like
People know now.
what?
Yeah, people know now, so you can do it.
For anyone who doesn't know what Red Mist is, it's basically the I forget the actor who plays him. It's like was he the villain in the first one, Austin?
He's the villain in the first and second.
Oh, okay. He's a major character in the first and the second the only Kick-Ass movies, Kick-Ass 1 and 2. And he kind of like you tell a story like why you like him so much, and like people at school like what they would you know what I mean?
Well, so when I was in high school, for some reason my friends would call me Red Mist because I looked like the actor.
Yeah, you look like the actor.
But I
you
mean,
kinda
that was
do.
Do I? I
Yeah,
never
you
seen
definitely
it.
do.
I can see it.
I never seen it. People, that's what because they were thinking like all sorts of what do you played as like McLovin and stuff. But for some reason they only picked Red
Yeah,
Mist.
that's, for people who don't know what the movie is, he's the guy who plays McLovin in Superbad. And if you don't know that, don't watch this podcast.
Yeah, so I kind of stuck with the name, and then I started using it as my username, as my like pretty much on everything, PS4, PC, anything that has to do with gaming.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I'm now stuck with the name Red Mist, and everything I have is like red.
Yeah, plus you have a red Mustang, which that's what the character drove in the movies.
I got 2 red Mustangs.
Yeah, he has 2 fucking red Mustangs.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
For,
I don't want to flex or anything, but
That's actually the reason
Well,
in the
both of them
first...
don't fucking work. So
in the first Jack Cole movie, in the first shot of the whole movie, when Jack Cole walks up to that Mustang, like the Dominator before he turned it into his Dominator, it's a red Mustang with black stripes, and the reason I did that is because Austin's Mustang at the time it looked just like that.
well, I would always say the Dominator was more like my car. I guess it's the mix of my 2 cars right now. But I remember you would always say, no, it doesn't. I don't see it. I remember you would always tell me that. You're like, no.
Can't give you the credit, dude. It's just for me.
The other thing I would always say was like, you picked the Dominator because it's for me, because of my car, huh?
I just like the way it controlled, because there was like one mission in the story mode when you played as Michael. You're in a parking garage. It might have not been a mission, but I was just drifting that Mustang around, or the Dominator around. It handled real nice.
Some inside backstory that even I didn't know.
There's a couple like things like inside the movie that's like kind of like that.
What, that I don't know? Are you telling me I'm unknowledgeable?
No, I mean I'm sure you probably would have known. It's just something that you probably forgot or something.
Yeah, I probably do, dude. The memory of like a half-dead goldfish. I seriously do.
Justin's our resident memory expert. He can remember anything.
Oh yeah, photographic. Like I look at something, it's there in my head for forever. 2 + 2, I know that's 6.
Yeah. Hey, that movie, what's it called? I was just having a name in my head. Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Ooh.
Quentin Tarantino's new movie came out this week, and I'm going to watch it probably tomorrow.
I almost watched it one day, but then we end up changing it to Spider-Man. I wanted to go see that movie so bad.
You just saw Spider-Man last weekend, or what?
Yeah, I went to go hang out with my grandparents, and they took us out for lunch and a movie. I hadn't seen him in a while, so I went and visited them.
Why weren't I and Justin invited?
Exactly, yeah. Where's the invite?
Well, I mean, they paid for everything, so...
Where's the invite?
Yeah, where's our invite at?
Bro, I'm not inviting you to everything now.
Your Nana and Tata is just giving out free
money. Nana and Tata, not Tata.
Your Nana and your Tatas, bro.
No, but I want to go watch that movie. That movie looks really good.
Speaking of Spanish, so last week on the podcast, I talked about my coworker and like how we have awkward conversations all the time, and like it's literally just one. It's like code all the time. Like she says, "Hola, como estás?" I explained this already. I'm not gonna explain it again. It's just we just literally say one thing to each other all day, and that's it. Like once per day usually. And anyways, today it was morning time, and I usually don't see her till the afternoon, so like my brain's awake. But it was the morning time. I walked out of like the area I work in to go clean something, and like I hear something talking. Like there's a bunch of Hispanics in the where I work, so I'm constantly hearing Spanish. Like so, I didn't think anything of. I thought somebody was just having a conversation, but it was her like speaking Spanish to me, and she was saying, I think I remember her saying it was Buenos dias. What does that mean?
Good day.
Yeah.
Good day.
Yeah,
just good day.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like how's it
It
going?
was, bro. Like fuck you.
So no.
Yeah, dude,
I knew it was like a greeting of some
Cody.
sort. I knew it was a greeting of some sort. I just didn't know. So Justin, you said it was like good morning or like good day or whatever.
Good morning.
Yeah,
good
it's
day.
like, hey, how's it going? Like,
Okay.
Buenos dias. Or,
Okay. So because
she says,
whenever
"Cómo estás?" That means how's it going? I mean,
I know. Yeah, I know
greeting
that.
you.
But I thought it sounded stupid because all I ever say to her is muy bien, and that's all I ever say. So when she said that, I was just like, huh? I was like, muy bien.
Very good. Very good day. She said good day, and you said big good day.
So after I did that, she kind of like looked to her friend that she was by, and like back at me, and she was like, yeah, como está? And I just walked away, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? You can't do that to me this early.
You got surprised.
Because she said buenos dias, and then she said it louder because I didn't like know she was like somebody was talking to me. So she said buenos dias, and I was like muy bien. I was
Good,
I was like very good.
Good morning. Very good.
What foreign language did you take in high school? French?
I didn't take any foreign language.
Technically, he took Swedish, but that was like.
I know Swedish curse words because of PewDiePie, and I know a little bit of Swedish because I looked it up and stuff. I don't know very much of it.
No, but I was gonna say like that's all you know.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I know more Swedish than I do Spanish.
Didn't at our high school? Didn't we have to take foreign
No,
language?
you need a foreign language to get into universities.
Mm.
Yeah, and I knew I wasn't going to university because I didn't want to. So I didn't bother doing that.
I see. Yeah.
Out of the two of you, who do you think knows more Spanish?
Austin. I've forgotten so much of it, dude.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean,
I was thinking about that earlier.
I just have like what I've learned from like, what I've learned from high school, and I've forgotten so much of it, like that to the point where I can barely speak it anymore.
Yeah.
well, my case is just because I have most of my family speak Spanish, and then some of them only speak Spanish.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like you use it probably more than I do in your day-to-day life, like talking to your family.
I mean, my parents don't know any Spanish.
Well,
It's just,
I know that.
I mean, like when I go see family or things like that, I usually have to like try to understand it as much as I can.
Your mom doesn't know Spanish?
It's funny because my mom doesn't know Spanish, but all of her
Really?
other siblings do.
She's never learned it.
I don't know. I never really knew the story behind that.
It's weird. I'm gonna take German in college because I ran out of credits and I need more. I wonder how that's gonna go because I don't know a lick of German. Size 9.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Because
the
before
number.
I tried to learn Swedish, I got that like it was like a Duolingo app, and I was like, oh, I just learned German because that'd be cool. And I know like little, very like few words. I know like I think Fraulein means girl.
Frauen,
Or
yeah.
yeah, and then
Frau, yeah.
Mannen means man.
I don't think it's Manen. It's just man.
Well, it's
just
different. There was
M-A-N with two
man, and
Ns.
then there was Mannen. It was depending on what you were saying.
Well, I didn't get that far on Duolingo, bro.
Bro, the Duolingo owl's gonna come get you.
I know, bro. He's already outside my house.
Oh, actually, speaking of, I don't think we ever finished this topic yesterday, because we were talking about the cliques in high school.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because I was
and how the rednecks always park together.
We didn't talk about
that's that kind of stuff. Like, because
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
we
even,
didn't talk about that on the podcast. We
That
talked
was
about
after
that
the
after.
podcast.
yeah, I
Yes.
know, but like that's why I was just gonna bring it up.
Oh, well, then bring it up.
But like, did you guys ever have like what kind of like group were you guys considered? Because I know you,
I don't
Justin,
know. I was in a group.
Kevin, and then like someone else. I think you said all like hanged out during lunch and all that, right? I don't know.
I hung out with Kevin 1 year during lunch, and that was it.
Yeah,
It was. Go ahead, Justin.
No. Go ahead. You first.
No, I insist.
No, big you first, bro.
Okay, I was more like I mean, everyone says this. Like, I was more like a mutt. Like, I hung out with the weird kids like Justin and Tommy.
What? Hey. I resent that statement.
No, Justin wasn't too weird in high school. He wasn't
kinda
really
was,
weird
though.
at all. He was just his own little like geek person. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I hung out with like there was like some geeky kids and there was some like arty kids who did like the like filming stuff. And then there was like I don't know like just my normal friends at the time, which now a lot of people could recognize their voice as like these two Mexican kids, Christian Cervantes and Mateo Chavez. They do a lot of the Mexican voices for the movies. Like what's his name in Song of the Bandit? We always forget his
Javier.
damn name. What is
Javier?
it? No, Javier's the villain. Christian plays him
Oh my
in
God,
Jackal
dude.
2.
Oh, it's Oscar, right?
Oscar, yeah. Then yeah, he also plays Oscar as well. Which Christian, he's such a sexy voice. I love it. Like his voice is so good for the movies. But I hung out with them like they were just like a normal bunch of kids. I didn't really hang out with any jocks per se. I didn't hang out with any of them or like super popular people. I never hung out with like that crowd, anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really do anything like clicks wise any either.
Justin hung out with all those anime kids who Naruto ran.
No, I did
lunch.
not. Don't tell them that.
Justin was one of those
think
kids
I
who, like,
actually
never ran
did.
to the lunch
Don't.
line real quick. He was like always the first one.
No.
Get in line.
Stop. No, I didn't really hang out with anybody else either. I mean, a lot of people knew my name because it's a pun, just in case.
Oh yeah, for the audience, this is the just in case. Every time I have as a producer or co-writer on the movies and it says just in case, it's not there as a joke. Some people think it's a joke and they're just like, oh, that's funny, he put that there. But this is the man here himself, just in case, right over there.
Yeah. No, but a lot of people, like, I don't know how it spread throughout the school, but like a lot of people just knew my name, and like random people that I didn't know would just, call out in the hallway, hey, just in case, and I'll be like, yeah, hi. But like, I mean,
it's always funny to act like you're friends with the weird kid.
No. You make me fucking cry. I'm gonna start crying. No, but yeah, I didn't really. I had my own like little friend group, but we didn't really hang out in like cliques. It was more different people from everywhere.
Yeah,
wow, I feel like that's the same thing, because like the same for me. I would go to lunch, and then like I would sit at I guess like the group I really hanged out with during lunch was like, first I would go hang out with like what are they called? The jockeys, the athletic kids. I don't know. They were
jockeys.
Right? You hung out with the horses.
They're all riding horses.
No, like they were all the like kids.
They're
that played
jocks,
sports.
not jockeys.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
Jockeys are the people who ride the horses.
Yeah,
bro. I don't play sports, so
you should.
I just kind of knew them and hanged out with them.
He says he doesn't play sport, but he played football. I've been to his football games. He's played tackle football. I remember it.
Yeah, I was kind of
forced to.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would hang out with them for like 10, 15 minutes, because there was another kid there that was really cool to talk to, and he was just like one of the other kids that were just like really quiet, and I was like, hey, what's up, dude? And we just hang out and talk sometimes. And then after that, I would just kind of walk around and just get bored. They're just talking about like stupid stuff all the time about getting buff. I don't know. They're always talking about working out, and that's about it.
We gotta go work out on this weekend, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's like all sorts like that. Like, oh, what are you gonna be eating for dinner? And like, how much do you weigh? Oh, or do you think you're gonna be able to do this? And they're like, oh, I'm fasting. I'm like, God, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Like,
we got a juice, brother.
Yeah, no joke. That's pretty much how it was for me. But then I would go hang out with these other kids. These kids were more like the outcasts, I guess. I don't know. They were really cool to talk to. They were really
they were
cool.
all singing "Hey y'all."
They were like they would they were God, they're stupid. No, like they would hang out by the library and they would play like on their 3DS and stuff. But there was one cool kid I would talk to because he was part of my what's that class called? The student teacher. I was a student teacher during the time. And he was one of them too. And he was really cool to talk to during that class. And I said, hey man, do you mind if I hang out with you during lunch? He's like, yeah, sure, if we hang out over there. And like he's usually just standing there and just kind of like talks to the other guys. And the other guys are all playing like their Pokemon games and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big Pokemon nerd, but I think that he was a pretty cool kid to talk to.
What'd you guys think of that Pokemon detective, the Pikachu Detective?
I actually like that. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, what about you, Ast?
It wasn't. I don't know. I was all right with it. I mean, it wasn't like a movie I would watch over and over and over. It was.
I probably wouldn't watch it again anytime soon, but it was generally a good movie. Like all the CG in it was pretty much spot on. Like it was super good looking. Yeah.
They definitely got it right with all the CG and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's plot's all right and everything.
And speaking of which, do you still play Pokemon Go, Justin?
I play Pokemon Go ever.
Do you really?
No. I have it downloaded on my phone, but me and my girlfriend usually play it together. Yeah.
But you still play it like casually.
I have it on my phone. Like usually what
when's the last Pokemon you caught? When's
the last Pokemon I caught it? 3 weeks ago, I think. 2
okay.
weeks.
So you play like every once in a while.
Yeah. but it's not like every day or something like that. I mean,
It's every day, bro.
No, stop. You can quit that this instant. No, but I mean, I think I would if I had like, I don't know, if I had better Pokemon. I guess I have no idea. It doesn't like fill the gap like like regular Pokemon.
Does it feel that hole in your heart?
No, not in my heart, bro. Ever since I played my older sister's Pokemon Blue on a goddamn Game Boy Color.
I love playing that game.
Yeah. I deleted her save file and she got really mad.
I would be too. That's horrible. That's like the worst thing you can ever do.
I was like 5, dude. Leave me alone.
Dude, you know how long that would
also,
take?
she gave it to me. So,
just saying.
It was my Pokemon Go. Or not Pokemon Go. It was my Pokemon at that point.
I can feel her pain. I can totally understand why she'd get mad at you.
I was tired of her level 100 Charizard taking out everything I wanted to catch, dude. That's why.
She must have did the glitch.
What do you mean? What? Are you trying to accuse my sister of cheating?
Yeah, it's like the one
This was
main glitch
before
everyone
the
used.
glitch.
The missing Nemo. Or God damn it! I get
Missing Nemo?
yeah, dude, missing Nemo.
Have you seen my son?
Anyways, there was a glitch you would have to do, and
you could talk about Ferris Bueller's next.
It would give you a bunch of like rare candies and stuff, and you would just keep giving it to your Pokemon, make it to level 100.
Yeah.
And you do the same thing with like Master Balls and stuff.
Okay.
Oh.
Master
Oh, God.
Balls. That sounds wrong.
What?
Master
Master
Balls.
these balls, bro.
That sounds wrong.
What sounds wrong?
Master Balls.
That's what they're called.
No, it's not.
Is that what you call them?
Weird.
Yeah, that's what they call them, Master Balls. It 100% catches the Pokemon.
Are you sure?
Yeah, dude.
One time, a Pokemon got out of my Master Ball.
What?
So what's up with that? One time a Pokemon got out of my Master Ball. So what's up with that?
Yeah, it probably wasn't one then. It was probably like a Great Ball or something.
What?
Dude, get on my level.
What do you mean? Oh, okay.
God, you guys are such nerds.
I don't even know what a Master Ball does.
I just told you what it does, man.
Okay. I'm done putting that up. It was stupid.
Something I saw, I think it was earlier this morning. Rockstar tweeted out. Here, let me get this link for you guys. I could send it to you, or I'll put it on the screen here. Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm. Nudge, nudge.
Yeah, talk about something while I have to look this up.
Hi, Austin.
Hey.
Have you talked about your dude, I don't know.
Go on, you had it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Go
what's
on.
wrong? What cars do you have, just for the viewers? Yeah, what year, what model, what make?
We kind of went over this earlier. I have
No, we didn't.
two Mustangs.
You talked about your Mustangs. You didn't say what year, model, or make, or anything. What are they?
I mean, one of them was an 07, the other one's 2013. But I mean, a Mustang is pretty easy to realize.
Okay, cool. And they're both broken, right?
I got an 07.
Everyone always talks about the Mustangs. They never ask how the Mustangs.
Who the Mustang?
Ford. I don't know.
They're both broken, right?
What?
They're both broken, right?
Okay, so yeah, I have the 07 Mustang. The 07 Mustang's broken. I have no idea what's wrong with it. I think I have to retune it. And then I got the 13 now, and that thing is ridiculous too.
It's
Because
broken.
I mean, when I first got it, you guys drove in it. That thing was insane.
Yeah, and I hit my head.
And then one day, Justin tried to make me rev it in the side of the neighborhood, and I'm pretty sure it would have pissed off every single neighbor.
Yeah,
Well,
that thing is pretty loud.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I couldn't hear it over my
Your
my
sweet
cool car.
4-cylinder Toyota Camry or whatever it was.
I don't. This is my mom's. Like, what even is it? It's like a Kia Optima or something like that.
Is that what it was? I don't remember. It was
I have
a
no
while
idea.
ago when I seen it, but it's a nice car. It's a nice daily car that I would use.
Yeah, no, I just threw it in neutral and revved it, and I thought you'd race.
I think it was
dude.
like a early 1900s Model T or something.
No, dude, it's Model E. Anyway,
All right, this
I
is
thought
what I
Austin
saw on
raced me. Y'all were talking
Twitter.
about racing.
Whoa,
What?
that's crazy.
Oh, what is that?
Click it so you could see it, but
Click it so I can see it. That's
Wait,
how
on-
links usually work,
Wait,
dude.
on what?
it's on Skype.
Oh,
We do this on Skype, by the way.
you
Yeah,
can
we're
just see
not.
the screen.
We're not in the same. We're not in the same room with each other because we don't like each other that much.
We really don't.
Anyway,
So basically, I'll explain what it is. So like,
have
I
it.
heard this a long time ago.
ooh, I like that.
Basically, like they said they're gonna have like role playing roles to Red Dead Online. I don't know if they had planned this like a long time ago, or they're like trying to think of ways to get people back into Red Dead Online. Basically, they have, I don't know if they're gonna add roles, but there are 3 roles that they're coming out with. I don't know if there's a release date, but you could be a bounty hunter, a trader, or a collector. And it says like they each have their own progression paths and tailored gameplay elements, whatever that means.
I bet it's kind of gonna be like those cards, you know, those cards that you can unlock or whatever. I bet
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what the progression paths are gonna be, something like that.
Which I don't know how would you become a trader, because people do that already as it is. Like they just go out and hunt and sell stuff for
Maybe
money.
get like better prices or something.
Well, no, I would probably assume because like in the campaign you have the what's that guy's name? He's the guy you would find in the forest and you would sell him all sorts
Yeah.
of things.
I forget his name.
But
Trapper?
Yeah. Was he? No, he wasn't the trapper. The trappers were the
he
guys
was-
you would.
No, he was the trapper.
Yeah, he ran the trap house.
Wait, then
Fetty-
who were the
There's
guys?
Fetty
that-
Wap out there in the forest. He's cooking up them beats.
Who was the guys that were at the that you would bring all the God damn you would bring
Austin doesn't know what you're talking about.
I'm,
All right, let's move on.
No, but they were the guys that you bring the bear claws to, and he would make it into a charm, and it would help you with like certain stats.
Trapper.
Yeah, that was the trapper. But then you go to find this guy. Okay, no, you prove my point. Yeah, those guys are the trapper. The guy I'm talking about, you would find in the forest, and he would make you like all sorts of different clothes.
That's trapper.
Dude.
Those are 2 different things.
No.
They're not.
Okay, when you
They
go
do-
when you go steal the stagecoach, right? In the game, you remember that, and you bring it to the guy.
Okay, we're just gonna move on. We're just gonna.
I hate you all.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, dude.
Are you talking about the guy you bring stagecoaches to and you get money for it?
If
Yeah,
here,
what's that
how
guy
about this?
called?
How about this? If you have any
That's
idea
just
what
a-
Austin's talking about, put it in the comments. All right, let's move on. Okay, so tailored gameplay
That's a
elements.
fence.
Okay, I guess you guys are right. Then yeah, he's the trapper.
Yes, he's a
Good.
trapper.
All right. Anyway, so tailored gameplay elements. I feel like I know what the bounty hunter would be. You know, like people get a bounty on their heads, and like it would tell you, like who has a bounty on their heads, what player does probably.
That's
And
not a
go after
thing.
him.
Bounty
What do you
hunter,
mean?
you can't bounty hunt.
It says bounty hunter
That's
right
not
there.
a thing, dude.
It's a picture of it right there.
That's not a thing.
It literally a picture of it right there on the screen. You're gonna put it up in the editing, and I know you are. But I have no idea what the trader would do. I guess probably get better price or something like that.
Well, yeah. So my point I was trying to get to is that he would probably be the one that would. They'd be like starting like because you have the rare cougars like the albinos and stuff.
Yeah,
I would assume it's probably be
Like
something
the
like that where you would have to
legendary
go out and find specific animals or something.
that might be something. Yeah, I feel like that's probably true. But I don't know what the collector would do then. He'd find those animals and keep them.
No, apparently they're having more lootable objects, so maybe you could go find collectibles.
I see. Yeah, that'd be neat. Do you know
Yeah.
when this is coming out?
I know they just said coming soon, like they did with the casino update. So I'm assuming within a month or 2.
I see. That'd be cool. What do you guys think you'd be?
I mean, I assume a lot of people are going to be bounty hunters, and then the second most popular one is going to be trader, and then collector. But I don't know what I want to go for because It depends on what the bounty hunter is. If you have to go at shooting players and stuff, I don't want to do that because it's just like GTA Online over again. Like it's nonstop gun battles. Like you die, respawn, die, respawn. Like I don't know if it's like that. I don't want to do that. But I think the hunter would be pretty cool.
Well, maybe the bounty hunter might be like the headhunter missions from GTA. It might be something like that.
Yeah, that's
you
a
have
good
to go
point,
out and kill them like that. Just some random NPCs. That might be fun. And they get stale after a while, just like the headhunter missions do. And it's a lot bigger of a map too, and like you have less ways to get around. So I wonder how they do that if it is like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but hopefully when that comes out, it'll make it worthwhile to play.
Oh yeah, yeah. As we talked about last podcast, we don't feel like it's that fun to play right now.
I mean, they have everything there. It's a sandbox, so there's no toys in it.
Yeah, that's true.
We found ways to like have fun. I mean, we did
we did. Yeah, it was like a bounty hunter role playing thing where we would. It was just like doing cop role plays in GTA. But we just did like one person or like one team had to run away from the other ones, and the other people were like the bounty hunters, and then go track them down pretty much. Which was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And then we would like text each other or use Discord and be like, we talked to the bartender and what did he say? And then if they actually talked to the bartender, yeah, I mean they would say that or they would say, oh yeah, a bunch of idiots came in and hit each other in the head with a bottle and they left.
Yeah. I think that would be a fun video to make.
Maybe. Drop it in the comments below if you like to see it.
Not maybe, yes.
All right, sorry. I mean, is it though? Maybe.
I think it'd be. I don't know how I would record that. Probably
you'd have to like record each team's view. I feel like, right?
Well, I still have my game capture.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Just have to always be not on your team, unless I get something like that.
Hey, you just got $300. There you go. Now you
oh
can
my
buy
god,
that.
no! How much is it? $300?
I have no idea.
The one I have is like I have a Elgato. I think it's like 130 or something.
That's not bad. I might do that then.
It might not be worth it because for the start of it, if we were to do that, I would just do my gameplay just to see how it goes. Because having Austin's gameplay in there, it's a lot more editing work to do. So I would see if they even like it at first.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, how was the GTA role playing? Was that?
That was all just my gameplay.
Yeah.
I know, but like, how did we get on that?
I think that did well.
There's a good few people that liked it. Each video got about 1,000 views within like a few days to a week. So it's not as popular as the movies, obviously, but there's some people who liked it, which I would love to keep doing that. We just stopped because me and Justin tried to get into like an actual server, like a RP server, but it just never worked out for us, and so we stopped that. And I also I put too much on my plate as far as I wanted to do the gameplay, I wanted to do Goon Squad, I wanted to do these other movies and all this. I put way too much on my plate because I got really ambitious at that time, and that's why I had to delay Goon Squad, because I was like, okay, I need to back off and like focus on this one thing at a time. So that's why we stopped, but we could also always start it up again. So, I mean, hey, just like Justin said, if you guys want to see more of that, put down in the comments that you want to see more of that.
Yeah, because Cody does read a good bit of you guys' comments.
I read every single comment.
I do too. I like going in there and reading them, and just like
every time someone comments, I get a notification on my phone.
Yeah.
If we actually do start to get popular, that'll get annoying real quick.
I know.
I mean, then
I'll have to change it.
I mean, Cody does the same thing. He'll turn it off when they first post it because his phone will blow up. But then
I don't turn it off.
No, you don't turn it off. You just silent it, and then you go in and read them all.
Oh yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, and then remember earlier I was seeing you guys that picture.
What picture?
It was like a fan writing.
Oh yeah, somebody.
That thing on Snapchat, yeah.
So a lot of people, I get a lot of times like there's probably some of you, the people watching this who reached out to me. Like I get people reaching out to me all the time asking Well, I like the movies. Like people say that like I've inspired them to make movies of their own, which is super cool. Like I'm all for that. I'm glad I could inspire you guys to do that stuff. But a lot of people want to ask if they could either try to do their own rendition of Jack Cole or have like Jack Cole in their movies, like tie it in somehow. And like I'm always like, yeah, go for it. But this one guy, I think just one person reached out to me about writing a book. It might have been a couple, but I don't know if Austin. I don't know where you found that out. So explain.
I never explained why I found that. Because when I was thinking with the dual monitor thing, I was looking for backgrounds for like individual on each one. I thought about doing like a DMVE one or a Jack Cole or something. Mm-hmm. By the way, I didn't do that. But when I was doing that, when I was going through Google, I noticed one of the things saying like it said Jack Cole and Goon Squad or something like that, and it kind of threw me off. And I clicked on it. It was a book. I couldn't find a way to read it, but it says something.
Maybe you need to buy it before you read it.
No, like there wasn't like a way to like buy it or anything. It was just it looked like it was like one of those. It's like
just like not published.
Yeah, I think so. It looked more like. It looked like it was just like an
idea.
I don't know. I didn't really look much into it, but I was wondering what it was about. It was like Jack Cole and Goon Squad. Like,
yeah,
I'm not surprised because everyone's always wanting Goon Squad. Is what I was more like.
Yeah, which is probably so the audience knows. Like that's probably what the next thing I'll work on because I think it'd be fun to do that. Which also while we're on this topic, if anyone has fan art out there, like tweet it at DMVE Studios. Because on Twitter or Instagram, it's the same thing, DMVE Studios, and like I love seeing that stuff. And sometimes
or fanfictions. Cody reads all of them.
Yeah, send me your fanfictions, please. No, but I love seeing the fan art. It's so cool.
Probably not, dude. There's probably none out there.
Oh, okay. If you guys are being legit, I wouldn't mind saying that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't look it up if if I did either.
What would the fan fiction be called? Jack Cock?
God, that'd be horrible, dude.
Jack Cock versus Tchaikovsky.
Just sounds like a porn. Is all that sounds like.
I hope to God there's nothing like that out there.
I'd be okay with it.
I mean, why though? But like,
hey kid, come over here and look in my trunk.
Stop. No, I don't get those. I hate
a lot of girls like fan fictions like about like there's a lot of fan fictions about Twilight, which the 50 Shades of Grey, that was a fan fiction of Twilight, and that like it became a big thing. Girls love fan fictions about like there's tons of fan fictions out there. I think what is the band One Direction. I don't know what it is, but girls love reading fan fictions about that shit. It's always some weird sexual shit going on.
All right, I want a fan fiction of us, all three of us.
No, I don't want.
I want it.
Nobody.
Somebody
wants
out there write it, and I'll make it into a live action machinima.
No, you.
Or it's not even a machinima at that point. A live action movie. We'll record it.
God, no.
It's gonna be machinima IRL. That's what we're gonna call it.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's gonna be us playing GTA IRL.
It's just a face.
We're gonna be playing GTA while we're doing it.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay
yeah.
No.
Why not? See, Cody rejects all our good video ideas, and that's why you guys don't have as much content as we would like to.
Yeah, that's why.
We throw all the great ideas.
Because we always suggest some top-notch stuff, just like that. And
just top of our heads.
He always says no.
Yeah. We're coming up on an hour here. Do you guys want to keep going a little bit more, or should we wrap up here?
I mean, I don't. Do you have anything else to say, Justin? Or
no, not really.
One little like last thought here is if any of you have PlayStation 4s, and you ever want to like a lot of what we do now, right? Because the casino update, where like we go gamble a lot in the casino just to have fun, but every once in a while when we're on GTA, we'll be in a crew session. And if you guys want to join the DMV Studios crew, you could do that. You could play with us. Sometimes we're not going to be in the game chat to talk, but we'll be there playing around or whatever. If you guys ever want to join, that's a good way to interact with us, I guess. So, and sometimes I'll tweet out that we're playing, or even that I'll also tweet out if we need help with filming. We actually did that for the first time with the studio. We had like this one scene we needed some help with.
That was actually really nice. I honestly half expected people to not like be.
I didn't know about that.
Like professional about it.
Oh
well,
yeah, you
weren't there.
Yeah, I think it was. No, you weren't. Yeah, I think Aiden must have been.
Must have been Aiden.
I think it was Aiden. Yeah,
Or
because there was a third person, Aiden or Tommy.
Yeah, one of those. But yeah, we had some people come help us, and I just put out the studio trailer, a couple weeks ago, and so one of the guys that helped us out commented on it, and he was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see myself in here."
That'd be cool. I'm glad that went as well as it did.
You what?
I'm glad that went as well as it did.
Yeah, well, it was pretty good.
Actually, there was one video we even thought about doing that. It was the other music video we were about to do.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do a Post Malone music video, like it was some like SoundCloud song he did. Like it's not a popular song at all. It's a good song, but we were gonna do we're gonna do a music video to that, but we just ended up not doing it. But yeah, so if you guys ever want to play with us or help us out with a movie, I'll ask you guys on Twitter, and it's a good thing if you're a part of the crew already because you could get in quicker. But yeah, I mean, anyway, so yeah, I guess that's a good time to wrap up. Coming up on an hour there, so if you guys really like this podcast still, I don't know why you would, but please let us know in the comments to keep making more, because as soon as I see people like don't care about it, I'm not going to waste my time doing it, because I want to make stuff that you guys like. So
oh yeah, and then like of course give us something to talk about, because we're just pulling things out of our heads. We have no idea what to talk about.
Ask us questions. You could talk about what we talked about down in the comments, and we could talk about it in the next podcast if you had a thought on something we talked about, or even tweet us.
Oh yeah, last time that was
DMV Studios. Yeah,
just at me. It's Red Miss. At me at Red Miss.
You don't.
I don't think it's that at all.
Not. It's really not.
It's gonna be somebody else, and they're gonna like just get bothered.
It's all right.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good time to wrap up. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you hopefully the next episode. Bye.
Bye.